Hello and welcome to Study with Sudhir. This is your quality digital classroom. My name is S Sudhir. First of all, thanks to everyone, students, parents, fellow educators, teachers and school managements who have been extremely kind to Study with Sudhir over the past 2 years. Our gratitude to each one of you. Now, before I start with this particular video, a request to everyone who has purchased and used the EduCart sample paper books, the English paper 1 and 2 and History Civics, which has been authored by me, as well as the science books, as well as the mathematics books. Now, what I request each one of you to do is to write in with your feedback to the email which has been given at the back of the book. The email is also given on the inside pages, because we at EduCart and Study with Sudhir respect your feedback, because it will only help us get better the next time. See, already this time, the EduCart sample paper books are the #1 bestseller on the Amazon site, and that's a big achievement. But we believe there is always scope for improvement, right? And we want to do better than the best. That's the motto both of EduCart as well as Study with Sudhir. Now, let's get down to what we want to discuss in this particular video. Now, based on the feedback that I received to the last two videos on the conduct of the Term 1 board examinations for ICSE and ISC in November-December, I want to highlight some of the practical issues which are being faced by students and their parents with regard to these board examinations. Now, what I found is that now we are having two kinds of ICSE/ISC schools. The first category, who want the students to come to school and take the board examinations in the school. The second category are those schools who are telling the students, no, you take the exams at home. Now, this goes completely against the council's directive, which says that the decision should be taken by the students and their parents, because they are the ones who would finally decide what's best for the students. But here we are finding that it is the schools who are the deciding authority. Now, even within the first category of schools who are saying that you come to school and take the examination in the school premises, there are two kinds. The affluent schools who are arranging for quality internet connectivity. They are a few in number, but there are still there, especially in the big metro cities. They're even helping the students with devices. If, for instance, if my child has a desktop, so they are arranging probably for a tab which they can give from the school, which the student can use, or a laptop. These schools essentially are looking for uniformity for all the students who take the examination, so that there is a level playing field for all the 50, 80, 100 students in their particular school. There is the other kinds of schools who say, we will not provide you anything more than a bench and a chair. कि कुर्सी और बेंच के अलावा हम आपको कुछ भी प्रोवाइड नहीं करेंगे, बाकी डिवाइस की, इंटरनेट कनेक्टिविटी, डोंगल की पूरी जिम्मेदारी आप पर है. ओके, बट एग्जाम स्कूल में होंगे, आप घर पे एग्जाम नहीं दे सकते हैं. ओके, सो देयर आर दिस टू काइंड्स ऑफ स्कूल्स who want the exams to take place in their premises. In the second category, जो कि बोलते हैं कि आप घर पे एग्जाम दीजिए, स्कूल पर जिम्मेदारी मत डालिए, आप अपने घर पे एग्जाम दे दीजिए. एक कैटेगरी तो ये है जो बोलता है कि आप सेफ रहेंगे घर पे एग्जाम देंगे तो. ओके, सो दे आर सेइंग एज दो इट इज इन द बेस्ट इंटरेस्ट ऑफ स्टूडेंट्स टू टेक द एग्जामिनेशंस at home and not come to school. There are schools who are simply not willing to take the responsibility. If even 2 out of 80 students want to take the exam in the school premises, the schools are unwilling. There is a second category of schools which say, if we ask you to take the examination at school and something goes wrong, we will be held responsible by the parents. So it's better that you take the exams at school. आप अपने लिए पूरा arrangement कर लीजिए. Okay, just give us the exam fee. ये इस तरह के दो स्कूल के एग्जाम्पल्स आ रहे हैं. नाउ डज द काउंसिल रियलाइज दैट दिस इज नॉट एन आइडियल सिचुएशन, एंड दैट इज व्हाट आई एम मोर कंसर्न्ड अबाउट. It's not about what X school says and what Y school says and what Z school says. The problem that I want to highlight in this video is that you're not creating a level playing field. This is not a uniform situation, whereas a uniform situation is what we aspire for as far as schools are concerned, that every student is equal. My point is that every student among those 2 lakh students who take the ICSE and the 85-90,000 who take the ISC, each one of them should be equal. कि इसको unfair advantage किसी भी basis पे नहीं मिलना चाहिए किसी को भी. So students now are stressed less about studies and their syllabus and more about the quality of their device and the net connectivity. That's what is happening. If you speak to any ICSE class 10 or any ISC class 12 student, he or she will tell you that he or she is bothered more about device and net connectivity. There will be no level playing field, as I said, whereas exams are meant to be about a uniform testing of the understanding of students. Students from financially well-off backgrounds have a huge advantage compared to those who are not so well off. And this is something which is not at all desirable. Parents are being compelled to invest in laptops or in more expensive smartphones for their children so that they are not at a disadvantage, and it is putting many parents under financial strain. Can the council guarantee clean exams? And that is my big question, because here I must tell you that even top quality engineering universities and colleges this year struggled to kind of conduct clean and absolutely 100% fair online examinations, proctored examinations. You go to the YouTube videos done in the months of June and July, not here, but on many other channels, you will know who I am talking about. The top engineering colleges could not conduct clean, proctored online examinations. Can the council do better than them is the big question. We still have about 5 weeks to go for the exams. So my humble submission is that do not put students and their parents under this kind of tremendous stress and strain, both emotional and financial. Discuss with CBSE perhaps on how to conduct the examinations, because they are going to conduct in a totally different manner. Unfortunately, we live in a country where marks are worship. Marks की पूजा की जाती है इस देश में. The problem will be, and this is a very serious issue, the problem will be when a good student gets less marks than a student who is not considered so good in academics. I'm making the specific condition in academics, or probably did not work very hard or adopted unfair means. The message the first student will get is that honesty does not pay. And I don't think that's the kind of message the council will want a young 14, 15, 16-year-old, 17-year-old to actually imbibe at this stage of their life. Honesty should always pay. If you are going to send a message that dishonesty also pays, sorry, I don't think that's the right kind of learning we are giving to generation next. I would say that we as educators and the council as a whole, as the organizing body, would fail if this kind of messaging that honesty does not pay is what the big lesson that students are going to take from the conduct of these kind of examinations. I do hope the council will take corrective steps. I do pray that the council is able to conduct clean examinations, but at this point of time, based on experience of various other universities and colleges, I have my fingers crossed. Thank you very much for watching.